If I can ask Coach to make an opening statement, and then we'll have questions for the student athletes, please.
Well, give credit to Middle Tennessee. They were the better team tonight. They played extremely well. I thought that, when Nate got banged up, he tried to tough it out in the second half. They were able to keep subbing, go to their bench, and obviously that got to us. We were not very deep late in the season, and that caught up to us. We cut it to 4, and then I think Upshaw made a big play, hit a 3, and that really hurt us. So, give them credit. We couldn't stop them. We talked about defending and rebounding. We didn't really do either one. So, Kermit does an awesome job. That doesn't surprise me. And they're a really good team.
Thanks, Coach. Questions for the student athletes, please.
This is for either one of you guys. Did you expect them to be changing defenses? You knew about their 1-3-1. What kind of problems did it present as far as?
We kind of went over those defenses and all the walkthroughs and practices that we had. And, the things that work with those defenses, it kind of gets you late in the shot clock. Kind of slows you down at first, so you have to make a play pretty quick.
Your team only had 4 offensive rebounds. What do you think led to that?
There's out rebound on us. They boxed out well and took that away from us, and that's usually something that we're good at. So they just keyed in on it.
You guys play night in, night out against big physical teams. Is this a number 12 seed in your mind? I mean,
Jordan, please
do you think
take this.
that they really were?
I don't really know how they determine seeding, to be honest. So, whether they're a 12 seed or any number of seed, I don't really know how to answer that question. So, they're a really good team to their credit. So, I really don't know.
Jordan, how much do you think foul trouble impacted the play of your forwards?
I think foul trouble affected us a lot. Reggie got 2 early ones. Eric got 2 early ones, if I'm not mistaken. So, it made us a little bit less aggressive going down the stretch. So, I think it really did hurt us. I think I got 4 in the second half late, so that kind of affected us as well.
Anything else for the student athletes?
How big an impact was it that Hakeem wasn't able to play again for you guys, on and off the court?
Hakeem's one of our main leaders, so of course it's going to leave a big impact. He's a volume shooter, so he can really fill it up in a hurry. He's a good 3-point shooter, so it's going to affect us in some way. We just got to find other guys just have to step up. So, we try our best without him. So, yeah.
What was the feeling on the bench after you guys brought it within 4 late?
Excitement. We made a little bit of a comeback and just didn't get over the hump. But, when we were in that comeback, we were just excited, trying to get over the hump, trying to even it up and take the lead. But, just didn't get there.
Richard, you got a young team.
Can you just ask for the student athletes? He'll take questions in a moment.
Sorry. Amir or Jordan, what do you two hope to take away from this experience, or what do you plan to take away from this experience?
Just the whole environment, I guess. This is it's a pretty high-intensity game. We've played in games like this before, but, it's a different time of year, and teams are going to give you the best shot no matter what. So, I'm just going to take away that. I think our guys are going to take away a lot from this whole experience. So, that's also a good thing.
Yeah, going off of him. This type of year, seeding doesn't really matter. Every good team makes the tournament. So you just have to play hard no matter what seed you're playing or who you're playing.
Anything else for the student athletes? Thanks, guys. You're released. Questions for the coach, please.
Well, I'll start with the same question for you, Richard. A lot of guys coming back, a lot of guys that come over the first time of the tournament. What do you hope they take away from all this?
I don't they didn't seem affected by anything. None of it really felt a whole lot different. These guys played in a lot of games. Probably the only thing that felt different were the timeouts were longer. But other than that, their approach was good. We just kind of ran out of gas. When Nate started getting, he was hurt and we couldn't sub guys out. That was very, very difficult. So probably give you a little bit more confidence that you were there, and you just know how to deal with things. But I didn't really feel like we were nervous. I thought we were ready to go, at the beginning of the game. We just couldn't get stops.
Richard, what was Nate's injury there? And then also, do you feel like their matchup affected him in any way there early?
He hurt his hip. I don't know when he did it, but it was in the second half, and he was trying to fight through it, as best he could. And there was a second, their defense. I thought we were attacking it pretty good, to be honest with you. Shot 54% in the second half. We just couldn't get stops. You let them shoot 48%, you give up 81 points. I didn't necessarily have a problem with the offense. I had a much bigger problem with the defense and the rebounding. I kind of liked the way we were attacking it for the most part. Nate had a couple turnovers, obviously, but again, when you can't sub, really, really hard because he needed a break.
Coach, could you follow up that rebounding question? What did Middle Tennessee do that kept you guys away from getting your rebounds?
I think they just did a good job blocking out. I just think give them credit. They were really blocking out well, being physical with our guys. Some of it's probably on us, probably sticking the backs a little bit too much. But they're a big, strong, physical team, and we were getting tired, and they kept subbing and getting sharper as the game went on.
Coach, I know it's not the ending you want, but are you able to put this into perspective yet, given the turnaround you had overall this season?
I will. Obviously I will now. Probably isn't the time, but I told our guys after the game, I said, listen, this tournament's tough because, you sit there for 5 months or whatever and you do some unbelievable things over 33 games to flip it like we did. Our players deserve a lot of credit to be able to do that. I know that now going into next year, they raised the expectations so quickly. And then next year, it's going to be even more, obviously, when you have almost everybody back and you got some exciting recruits coming in. Devontae will be back. I looked down yesterday during practice, and I looked at Jarvis, Devontae, and Hakeem, and I said, wow, it'd be nice going in there with that depth. So obviously that'll help. I've been in some tournaments before. I kind of know the way it works. I know our guys aren't going to feel that way. But I think in a couple days, they'll be very proud of the way it is. They won't feel it now, but eventually.
With the interchangeability of their two bigs, with Ja'Cory and Reggie being able to play from the outside and moving in, is that difficult at all to replicate in terms of the flow of their offense versus a traditional team where the guys tend to stay more down on the blocks?
Yeah, it's tough cover. We put our three-man as Ja'Cory Williams, this week because you don't have anybody who can really simulate it. I thought Reggie was bothering him at the beginning, and then some silly fouls. And then Upshaw, he's just he's a talented player. There's a lot of guys at our level in the Big Ten that want a guy like that. So, they're able to make plays, and Upshaw was able to do that.
Anything else for Coach?
I know it's early, but back to Nate Mason. Do you think that's any kind of serious injury or that could be lagging or just got banged up a little bit?
I had no idea. I don't think it's serious, but I don't know. He's got plenty of time to recover. I know that. I expect him back next October, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Anything else?
Just curious, what happened on the technical?
I yelled at the ref, and he gave me a technical. I deserved it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.